World exclusive, the one and only picture of the widow O'Shane.
Supplied to us by a close neighbour concerned by the plight of the Crosby pensioners. I didn't think they'd use it like this.
Say, just since I've been to the cinema.
Me as well. Anything good on?
I'm not sure the only thing I recognise is Aladdin.
Cartoon. Are we full of kids?
Not if we go this afternoon.
Just the two of us.
You fancy it?
Yeah, why not? I'll finish at lunchtime so we can go with the savvy. Get out to this place, and enjoy ourselves.
All right, you two?
Do you fancy a cup of tea?
No, I've got to get going.
Excuse me.
Don't be going out anyway.
But,
We've got some unfinished business. Remember? Plata.
Let's see her. What was all that about?
I'm sorry, but I think we'll have to forget the cinema.
You should read this. What? All this stuff about the pensioners. They're all skint because of Bing's brother. These two have lost all their savings. One of them's even in a wheelchair.
So what's Penny's photograph doing next to theirs?
Well, she was married to the crook, wasn't she?
Oh, and that makes her the crook as well.
Well, let's put it this way. I bet you she wasn't complaining when all the money was flooding in every week, was she? Oh, come on. I mean, if she doesn't know anything about it, then she's even dafter than she looks. I mean, it says here she was a director of the company.
Yeah, well, let's hope for your sake that they're all as daft as each other next door, eh?
You what?
I reckon Bing's going to be on the warpath pretty soon looking for this close neighbour, don't you? And he wouldn't have to be the brains of Britain to realise that we're the ones who are living next door to him. His closest neighbours.
Nah. What do you reckon?
And it looks like Lady Penn's here to stay a while. They're delivering a load of her gear.
She'd be hiding in a Scottish lodge or abroad, wouldn't you?
Mike, what do you reckon about Beth?
But in what way? She's all right, like what?
I was thinking of asking her out, if you don't mind, like.
Well, why should I mind? She's not my type anyway. But, what makes you think you stand a chance?
Sinbad said she fancies me.
Sinbad? What does he know?
Who'd have thought? All my worldly possessions fit in a little van like that. Never mind. I think the van's bigger than it looks.
All right.
Hi, Keith.
On your way to the shops?
Yeah, I'm just going to go and get a few things from Mum.
All right, if we walk round with you?
Yeah, sure. Is Margaret not about?
Margaret? No, I don't know where she is.
Hiya. Hi.
We lead totally separate lives, really, do you know what I mean?
Separate lives?
Best way, innit? Best not to get involved with a flatmate.
I suppose you've seen Warren Dixon around today.
No, sorry.
Jean needs to see him about some invoices. He'll be down at the hospital, I suppose.
Yeah, it can't be easy for him, can he? Not spending all his time down there and trying to keep that place going.
No, I suppose not. But if you ask me, he wants to slow down a bit.
Oh, aye?
I know his son's in a coma, and you're supposed to try and stimulate their senses and all that, but spending every spare minute at the lad's bedside, no. Well, I can see Ron heading for some sort of breakdown.
Yeah, you could be right there. And he could lose the shop and everything, couldn't he?
Yes, exactly. Now, I feel really sorry for him building up his hopes like this. I heard young Tony's going to be in that hospital for a long time. He certainly won't be home for Christmas, if at all. All this money Ron's been collecting, as if there was some miracle cure somewhere. It's so sad.
Hey, you toffee-nosed get. What are you going on about?
I beg your pardon?
You're talking a load of crap.
Hey, hang on a minute, Jimmy.
And you should know better than all. The last thing Ronnie needs is two so-called mates slagging him off behind his back. His lad is going to be all right, OK? And he's going to be home for Christmas and all, no matter what anyone says.
I was merely expressing concern for Ron's well-being.
Oh, were you? Oh, what? Like your thieving get of a brother was for these pensioners, eh? Eh?
All right. What's up with them, eh?
No. Seems a bit wound up over something.
So, they've got their pound of flesh at last.
What's up with you?
Got something in my eye, boss. Killing me, you know.
Well, some eye drops there in the first aid box, Jim.
Yeah, cheers, Tar, thanks.
I've got to go to the wholesalers, you know, pick up some coke. So I'll see you later, eh?
Yeah, right, yeah. See you later.
God, look at the state of this lot.
Johnny Cash. Folsom Prison Blues.
Dad loved that record.
I know, yeah. It's a pity no one else does, though. I think I'm gonna have to give it away.
No. I won't let you.
All right, what's up with you?
Why are you doing all this, eh? Getting rid of all my dad's stuff?
It's no good to us, is it?
But it's Dad's. He loved all this. His records, his car.
Yeah, I know he did, but we can't hang on to everything he ever owned. I mean, it'd be like some museum and he wouldn't want that.
But you just can't sell everything.
But I've got no money, have I? My dad wouldn't have wanted me to be skint. I'm sorry. So, I might as well cash in on these.
That's what it all comes down to, isn't it? You, Sammy, Owen and Lynn, you're all as bad as each other. Money this, money that, that's all you care about. You don't care about people's feelings or the memories. You don't even care about me dad dying.
So aren't there any entertainers at your place?
You're joking, aren't you? It's been about 3 a night for the past 2 weeks.
Crazy medics, eh? Listen, how would you fancy a break from the world of slip discs and athlete's foot? There's a big bash on at the Art College tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's sound. I'll get a couple of tickets then.
A couple?
Yeah, for me and you, like.
Well, aren't Mike and Margaret going to be there?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, it wouldn't be much of a date if they were there, would it?
Hang on, who said anything about a date?
I thought,
You thought what?
well, me and you, like.
Well, I don't know what gave you that impression, but it certainly wasn't anything I did. You all right? Katie, what's happened now? My Jeff's just sold me Dad's records. I hated it, we're always arguing. Hey, come on. Do you want to come round to mine? All right. Are you sure? You can sit in my room. No, I'm already going out. Where to? Simon's. I might a guest. So you'd rather go and sit with Simon and his weirdo mates than come round to mine? They're not weird, there's nothing wrong with them. And I promised Simon I'd go round.
Why? And what else have you promised them?
What do you mean?
Well, he says something, Katie, and you and his mates do it just like that.
It's not like that. The meetings are
Meetings?
Yeah, they're dead good. We just talk and that sorts all our problems out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really helped me get over losing my dad. Listen, why don't you come with me?
Me? Don't be soft.
It might help you now with your Tony and that.
And how's it gonna help our Tony, eh?
It'll help you, I promise. It'll make you feel better about things.
Nah, I don't know.
Look, if you don't like it, you can leave. But honestly, it's dead good.
Yeah, all right. But if I don't like it, I'm not hanging around.
You all right?
At least they got my good side, eh?
They'd no right using your picture without permission.
Oh, I knew they'd use it sooner or later. That's no surprise.
What is a surprise is that one of your so-called neighbours took the blasted thing.
Oh, I very much doubt if it's anybody we know.
Of course not, it wouldn't be. All these friendly northerners, salt of the earth, do anything for you, you know.
I'm sure there's a perfectly simple explanation.
A couple of £100, I shouldn't wonder. Enough to buy a nice new cloth cap and a couple of whippets, eh?
You'd think we'd sold her picture to the papers. I'm not ecstatic about having all her clothes in my wardrobe.
She does have a point, though, dear. I promised her sanctuary in Brookside Close, and one of our own neighbours goes and lets us down. Looks as if I'll have to find out who's responsible for this before they sell any more juicy tidbits to the press.
Come on in.
Do you mind me bringing Jackie along, dear?
No, of course not, no. Can I take your coat?
No, Tar. I'll hang on to it if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll hang it up for you. Right, listen, everyone. This is Jackie. She's a friend of mine and Katie's.
Hiya. All right.
And discuss with the new Social Securities Minister, Edward Morrell, the implications of people over a long time employed with...
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
I'm glad.
Oh, yeah?
Of course I am.
Do you want a slice?
No, thanks. What's the matter?
My life's the matter. Me and you, me and Barry, you and Barry, and this stupid bloody game we're playing.
It's not a game.
Well, it is to Barry. If he finds out you're breaking the rules, God knows what he'll do. It's a mess.
I haven't made a very good job of my life either, have I? Look at me, I'm a prisoner in this place. Jumping out of my skin every time I hear the door go. Hoping it's not Barry. Hoping I won't have to fall. That's why I am glad to see you, Terry. No matter what happens, I know I've got one friend. A real friend.
I'll be able to look Beth in the face again. I felt about 2 inches tall.
So how did Sinbad get all that in his head?
I don't know.
Hey, well, maybe he stitched you because Julia ripped your T-shirt off his back. Who was it?
It's Bing.
Hey, don't let him in.
He's seen me. I'll have to let him in.
Oh, Keith, can I come in for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Come in, Mr. Crosby.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Crosby.
Hello, Mike. Listen, I'm sorry to bother you, lads, but I'm looking for a bit of extra wardrobe space. Penny's clothes have just arrived from Banbury.
Oh, well, Margaret's not here at the moment.
Ah, well, look, I'll just hang these up here for now, yes? And I'll pop back later.
Sure.
I suppose, you've seen the gutter press this morning.
No, we only read the qualities, don't we, Keith?
Yeah.
Good for you. Nothing but rubbish in the tabloids. Anyway, it seems that one of our neighbours has sold his soul to Fleet Street.
You were?
Huh. There's a photo of my sister-in-law, which I'm afraid to say was taken by someone who lives on the close, not by one of their regular hacks.
Hey, that's terrible.
Yes, it's most upsetting. Seems you can't trust anyone these days. I don't suppose you heard anything, did you?
He was?
Yes. You see, I've a feeling that whoever it was may have gained access through Patricia's garden. It was taken at the back, you see.
Well, I haven't seen anything.
No, me neither.
No, of course not. I know I can trust you, lads. Especially after what Keith here did for Penny, eh? But if you do happen to see someone sniffing around the back there, I'd be very grateful if you'd send them packing with a whiff of buckshot, eh? Well, thanks, lads. I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure thing, Mr. Crosby.
Are you all right? Oh, that was an anniversary present. Oh.
I'm sorry, they just dumped everything and left.
Oh, it's not your fault. I'll ask David if he can stick it together again.
I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff.
David's gone next door to see if there's any space there.
I know, but Max and Patricia will be back soon. What'll I do then?
We'll work out something, I suppose.
I'm becoming a real nuisance, aren't I?
Oh, not at all. Well, it is rather a small house, and I suppose things could get a bit awkward us all living in such close quarters.
I must admit I'm used to a bit more space.
Oh, this was all David and I could afford, and we had rather hoped to spend our retirement together, the two of us.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean... Listen, I think it might be better for everybody if I left. As you said, you and David need your space, and... Well, I'm not really sure if this is the right sort of place for me anyway.
I don't think you've ever felt really comfortable living here, have you? What with the reporters and the neighbours.
I'm just not used to... Well, thanks for having me.
So, how's the unpacking going?
It isn't.
Penny's leaving us.
Penny?
Jean and I have had a little chat, and we've agreed it'd be better if I left.
Where will you go?
I don't know. I'll find a cheap hotel or something.
We can't just let you leave. You've nowhere to go, and it's Christmas in a couple of weeks. And you've hardly any money.
I think Penny's made up her mind.
No. No, I'm not having my brother's wife stay in some crummy hotel while we've still got a roof over our heads.
Please, David, I'd rather...
Now, listen. I know this last month's been absolute hell, but we're through the worst of it. The press have got their pound of flesh, so at least we should all be free to come and go as we please. Now, come on. We've been through too much together to throw it all away over some silly disagreement. Penny, we'd still like you to stay for Christmas, wouldn't we, Jean? Jean?
Well, I wouldn't like to think of you spending it on your own.
Penny, we'd both like you to stay.
Well, if you're sure you're both happy.
That's settled then. It'll be a happy Christmas for everyone.
Remember that feeling of emptiness we all had before we discovered the power of prayer? The loneliness, the uncertainty.
This is weird.
Shh. The hollow feeling inside. Look in your Bible. The miracles. How did Jesus cure the sick? Raise Lazarus from the dead? Through prayer. All through the power of prayer. Of believing it could happen and making things happen. Jackie, Katie told us that your brother isn't well. Maybe you'd like to lead us in a prayer for him.
No, you're all right. Come on, Katie, let's go.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, well, I've just got to get off. Are you coming?
The meeting hasn't finished yet, Katie. I'd really like you to stay.
Better than the cinema, eh?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen some good films in my time, you know.
Oh, thanks a lot. Listen, is everything going to be all right? When you start taking the pill, it takes a while for it to work, and you've still got this arrangement with Barry.
Well, I'm past my fertile period, and by the time the next one comes along, the pill should be working. I'll just have to keep my fingers and everything else crossed, I suppose.
So Barry won't be getting his baby. Look, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but... Well, is it different with me?
Sex?
Yeah, come with him. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just eating away at me.
Of course it's different. With Barry, it's just... Well, I don't even think about him or sex. I just sort of blank out my mind. Sometimes I feel as if I'm not even there. I've acquired the skill.
And with me?
It's making love.
Anna?
It's Barry.
Anna? Good meeting, that?
Yeah.
It's not too late. You can still go if you really want to. It's entirely your choice.
Can I stay with you?
What's going on?
Sorry?
What are you doing in bed at this time of the day?
I'm waiting for you, of course.
Oh, that's what I like to see. Real pro at work.
Sinbad, hang about. Hi, Keith. You got any spare coppers?
Oh.
I've just bought this, you know, to keep the cash safe for Tony's appeal.
All right. No, I just wanted to thank you, you know, for putting me in a picture about Beth.
Oh, yeah? How's it going?
Oh, great. I asked her out tomorrow night.
Yeah?
She told me to take a hike.
You are?
Got the impression she'd rather snog a camel.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, all right. She left me standing on a close like a right divvy. So next time you have a little hunch like that, keep it to yourself, eh, mate?
Same time tomorrow then, eh? Because the sooner we get results, the sooner we can pack this in. All right. So, you keep your side of the bargain. I'll keep mine. And I'll see you soon. All right.
Hiya.
All right. Have you got a minute?
Yeah, sure, come in.
No, out here's fine.
Okay.
Listen, I think I might owe you an apology
What for?
for making a hash of playing Cupid.
What do you mean?
Keith.
What? Oh, I get it. You pretty much were asking me out.
Now, well, I might have just mentioned that I thought you fancied him, you know.
You did what?
Well, I was only trying to help, you know, get things moving.
But I don't fancy Keith.
Yeah, well, I know that now. You're really mad with me.
Of course I am. You can't just go round telling people I fancy them.
Sorry. I knew you fancied somebody. I just assumed it was him, you know.
Well, you assumed wrong, didn't you?
Is it someone at college? Go on. You can tell your Uncle Sinbad.
You don't give up, do you?
I know. Hey, that's the big secret, isn't it? Not a lad at all, is it? It's a lecturer. An older fella. Go on, I'm right, aren't I?
Almost.
So it is a lecturer, then?
No.
Well?
You're right about it not being a lad, though. And it's not some older fella either.
So who is it, then?
I don't know. I think... it's another girl. So now you know.